I literally turned my camera on a second after, like, the loudest thunder I've ever heard in my life. We race in, like... We race tomorrow. This is gonna destroy the trail. Figured I would just briefly sit outside and discuss a few things. My camera's starting to get wet, so let's do this quickly. So, yes, tomorrow is gonna be a very long day. I'm settling in for the night. Did my run, did 4 miles, some sprint drills, some strides earlier. There's not really much else I can do. I just had some Olive Garden. I'm gonna eat some later tonight. I saved some of it, just spaghetti with grilled chicken. Here's my bib for tomorrow. I can't believe I'm doing this. I feel like I have no business being there, but it's whatever. Here's the socks for this year. I like the color palette. Last year they were like orange, red, and yellow. Pretty cool, but this feels like sort of villainy. Tomorrow's like hopefully gonna be the start of my villain arc. I don't know. I also had to buy some stuff earlier because I realized the last time I used my bottles in my Nathan running vest was this race last year. And I didn't wash the bottles, so I'm not even gonna bother trying to clean them. I'm not even gonna bother trying to clean them. They're toast. They're nasty. So, got another one of these. I have another one around somewhere I'm gonna dig up. As for nutrition tomorrow, I've got some chocolate Pop-Tarts. Got Grillo's pickles. This one's actually empty. There's another one in the fridge. And I also got a bunch of nutrition. I've got like 10 plus goos. Got birthday cake, strawberry banana, and vanilla bean. Got a bunch of Scratch. This will be my main fuel tomorrow because it worked so well for me last year when I had a really hard time getting down solids. So, some Scratch, various flavors. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this yet, but I also have some various flavors of Element because salt was an issue last year. And actually, in the 2 ultras that I've done in the past, it's been an issue both times. Towards the end of the race, I started cramping severely. We're going to try and prevent that. Maddie's my dietitian. We'll get into that tomorrow, but I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh my god. It's 4 a.m. What am I doing? I could have just said, I'm not gonna do this. The race starts at 6 a.m. And at least I woke up feeling better than I did last year. I am very stressed right now. I didn't sleep the best. I don't remember what time I fell asleep. I laid down at around 10 p.m. Definitely tossed and turned for a while, but here we are. The storms kept me up like all night. It was raining like all night, so I'm really scared to see the state of the trails. I need to eat something, but I'm not hungry, so I'm just gonna force down a little bit. I think last year all I ate was a banana. My stomach was so upset, so. 2 eggs and a piece of toast. This is really all I can fathom putting down at this hour. I usually don't eat until 10 or 11 a.m. And some days, if I really don't do anything in the morning, I might not eat until later, like 1 or 2. I'm stressed, man. All I can think about is just what can go wrong today. Even though I feel pretty good. Every little discomfort and pain, though, even when I was laying in bed last night, it just felt really heightened. Like, oh, my calf is tight. It's gonna screw me tomorrow. When even yesterday morning or the day before, it wasn't a factor at all. just, I'm gonna feel so much better once we're there, and honestly, when the race starts. I did a good job getting ready yesterday, though. I even got my bib attached here. Here's my Pro Bike Run Elite jersey. It's Oasis if you don't recognize the brand. Very nice, very airy. Look at all those holes. A couple other things. I've got Oakley's. Yes, that's me today. I got these for free, so I told my boss I'd wear them. If I'm having a really bad day, I think I'm gonna take them off. Got my hat, reppin' Brooks today. I have 2 Morton bottles that I tested to make sure they fit in the vest. Like I said yesterday, my other 2 I just tossed because they were nasty. I could see mold in the tubes. I did buy that bottle yesterday, but it's too big. So I wasted 14 bucks on this. I got my Garmin Forerunner 165 that should be fully charged. Let's go. 4:34 right now. Looking to get out of the house in about 25 minutes. It's about a 10-minute drive over there, fortunately, and then that'll give me plenty of time to pace around, stress, and quite frankly, want to kill myself. 5:08. Running a little bit behind right now, but it's all right. Hope you guys are ready.
Hello.
Okay, Cayuga's full, go to Moccasin. That's
Gotcha.
the next one up.
Thank you.
We're here. I'm gonna throw on the Saki Peregrines to get us started. I'm gonna take some Pepto because my stomach's getting a little queasy. I think I'm just stressed again. Element too.
Truck's probably gonna park next to us.
There's the finish right there, just like last year. Probably gonna start over there in that field. That's basically my crew for today. Got a lot of help actually, but it's a little past 5:30. We're setting up shop right here, so I can just peel off, which is nice. And I guess I'm just gonna warm up a little bit and just pace for the next few minutes, because I don't know what else to do. Okay, once again, I really don't want to do this, but my dietitian, certified dietitian now, as of yesterday, she got her diploma for her master's. Hoorah! Gonna have just a Pop-Tart. Just gonna force it down. Still drinking my Element. Shit, these are like stuck together. We'll do a goo as well here afterwards. Pop-Tart down. That took me like 10 minutes, not gonna lie. Got a goo now. How's the crew doing this morning? You guys ready?
Already wet.
They're excited. Shoes are tied. I'm gonna do a little bit more stretching, but I'm over at the line right now. We're gonna get started in 12 minutes. Peter, the director, is always like right on time, so I feel good. I'm ready. You ready to go, buddy?
Got here.
Hayden's ready for his 50-mile relay. He's the first
animal.
leg. He's got to do an extra lap. to the first hill here. Gonna walk the hill. Keep it nice and calculated, like I said. Everybody up there is a 50-mile relay person except for one that I'm aware of. Just gonna let him go out and hope that he comes back to me. I mean, it's gonna be a long day, obviously. Just gotta be smart. Honestly, I'm going a little too fast for my pace today. So slow it down a little bit to the point where it's uncomfortable. All right, there's mile 1 of 50. So pre-race jitters are out of the way. Let's settle in. Oh my God. I just heard a massive tree come down and just a bunch of yelling. I don't think anybody got hit, but I just heard everybody screaming. Heart rate's a little higher than I would like, but it's just hot and humid. Kind of slow there on that 4th mile. Definitely slower than where I'd like to be, but I actually came to a fork that wasn't that well marked. Peter, I'm like, this guy always marks the course well. Well, fortunately this guy named Alex came up behind me. He's also doing the full. We ran together for like a half mile. So hopefully you get through it too, dude, if you're watching this. Let's get back on the train. Also just went through the first aid station. Got some water. Yep.
Let's go, Zach.
All right. I didn't get my split there, but the laps are a little bit long, not nearly as long as last year, which is great. Came through at 6.3 miles. So 7 more miles of this. We're 7 laps. I wish there were 7 more miles. I'm eating a Pop-Tart. Have a goo I'm gonna take about halfway through. Got some scratch and water here. Let's just keep grinding. Update on the leader. They said he was about 3 minutes ahead of me, which honestly I thought it would have been worse. But they said he went through without nutrition, which, you know, I wish him the best. Like, I really don't want him to blow up. You know, after running this last year, it's a ballsy move. Being that I'm about to hit 64 minutes, I'm gonna say it took me 61 minutes. A little faster than I would have liked. We're gonna slow it down even more. I'm starting to feel more and more confident this guy's gonna come back to me later. I'm in 2nd place right now though. Honestly, I like the course better this year than last year. Feels like there's more downhills than uphills. The last half is definitely more uphill. It just feels really shaded. It's nice. Peter did a great job. About to take another goo here. It's been a nice downhill section. When I came through here on the first lap, I was in a bit of a bad spot. I thought I was gonna shit myself, but I'm good now. About a 1/5 of the way there. That's so stupid. I can't be thinking about this too much. It's gonna break me. We're nearing the end of lap 2, and I'll be honest, I'm feeling better than I did on the first lap. It happened. I felt my stomach coming on, if you know what I mean, and I started foraging for really big leaves and found a nice secluded area behind a tree, and I'm sure you can picture what happened next. It was definitely pretty eye-opening. I just thought to myself in silence, every decision I've made in my life has led me to this very moment. This is really what I'm doing right now on a Saturday. About to crest the big climb. I just heard the 8 o'clock start for the 10K go off. It's gonna get a little messy on this next lap. How's it looking?
He's sprinting, dude. You're good.
How far ahead is he?
He's like 5 minutes.
Did he stop this time?
No. Same deal. Halfway through.
14.7. There's my boy Chris. Let's go, Chris! He's looking great. Trail's getting torched right now. It was surprisingly not that bad earlier, but all these people running right now it's the same shit that happened last year. Finished lap 3. Starting to hurt, but the goal for this lap is to be in a better spot than I was last year. If I can finish this lap and not feel like I'm gonna drop out, I'll be feeling pretty okay. The trail is so fucked right now. Everyone's falling. I saw 2 people fall. 20 miles. I had a half-mile patch back there where I was in my first Hurt Locker session, but we pulled out of it for now. They're gonna keep on coming, so just gotta be strong and keep it positive. As far as I'm aware, the leader is about 8 minutes ahead of me, but I can't focus on that right now. I need to focus on myself. I have goo everywhere. It's all over my camera, my hands, my drink. That's a sentence a guy should never say. That sounded really bad. 22.6 miles. It hurts. It's gonna hurt from here on out, but I'm doing okay. The heat's not that bad. If it stays like this, I think we're golden. 2 updates though, I'm chafing like a motherfucker in a really bad spot right now. And a big bug flew in my eye about a mile back. So that's been bugging me. All right, about to finish lap 4 here. It's getting tough. Oh, hello. What's up, Tim?
Looking good.
All right, I needed a little pick-me-up there. Just looked down at my watch and saw 26.2 miles at just 4 hours and 12 minutes. If we keep this up, we're gonna kill the time we did last year. I'm sort of already starting to accept my defeat. That kid seems to be way up ahead. So if he blows up, that's fine. If not, I'm just gonna try and finish as hard as I can. This is not good, ladies and gentlemen. I just dropped my camera and the screen is hanging off. So if the audio is fucked, the video, I don't know what to tell you, but I can still see the screen, which is good. Okay, my camera is really broken now, and this is where you can tell that I have much less fitness than last year because I am losing it. I can't steer, but I think the first place kid, I just passed him. I don't know what he's doing. He must be falling apart too. There's no way he lapped me. He's just eating watermelon at the aid station. 30 miles in, just gotta hang tough as long as I can. I was really strongly considering dropping out, still am. Just gonna go until I can't anymore. Had I not seen him at that aid station, that would have been it. I'm gonna try, I have to try. And I'll tell you what, I did try. After giving in and making the decision to drop out at the aid station about 4 miles into the loop, I managed to actually go 1 full loop and I dropped that aid station after, so at least there's some pride and dignity there. Whoa guys, it brings me great sadness to say that I have dropped out of the Ultramarathon. I made it 36 miles, and we'll talk about it later, but I lost it. Like, it was a sorry sight to see. It was bad. And also, take a look at this, what we're working with right now. Oh, dude. All right. I promise I'm not going to go too high, but
yeah.
it's so painful. I made it 36 miles. My first Ultra DNF. You hate to see it. Also, I wasn't kidding about the camera. Look at this. How disappointing is that? And no, it doesn't click back in. I tried. I don't know what to do. But fortunately, I can do this. I can detach it and just use this bit, but it really limits the battery because most of it's in this portion. But what are you gonna do? Could be worse, I guess. At least it still works. So that was Hell Hath No Hurry 2025, and it's history. It's over. I'm going to try not to think about it too much. I'm going to learn from it and go from there. I definitely want to return next year and get that win again. Yeah, I'm going to have to wait another year, and obviously, in doing it again, I'm going to actually take more time to train, because I've said it a couple times already. I probably sound like a broken record, but I was not prepared for this, and I knew that. I felt like maybe I squeezed enough fitness into my body to finish. Maybe I could have. I could have done a lot of things differently. Always shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? But I will say, looking back at May, just a few weeks before this, I think it's just crazy and eye-opening for me to think I really strongly considered quitting the sport entirely. Like, in my head, I'm not even joking, I didn't think I was ever going to race again, let alone do another ultra marathon. So that's something to be proud of, and quite honestly, I made it a lot further than I really thought I would. Given the conditions, I mean, I was going through it like everybody else. Lots of rain. The tread was abysmal. If I would have finished that lap, I would have actually switched my trail shoes, because my Peregrines were completely useless at that point. And a lot of other people were complaining too. I mentioned this in my weekly recap yesterday, that the female leader dropped out, and I was right next to her right when she was doing it. And she's like, yeah, I just can't do this anymore. The slipping and sliding, I'm not getting hurt. And I'm sure she wasn't the only one. Feel free to tell me, yeah, I told you so, Zach. I knew that was a dumb decision, you idiot. I was really upset for the first 12 to 24 hours. It's really embarrassing to drop out of any race. It just hurts, you know, and you have to look everybody in the eyes. I looked Peter, the director, in the eyes afterwards. He's like, what are you doing here? And I'm like, I dropped, man. That sucked. And then, of course, you have the crew. Everyone came out to see you. And then you just, like, it feels like you're just letting everybody down. I think overall it was actually quite a success. I learned that I can run 30 miles pretty easily. It wasn't until I hit that mark that I really just plummeted. I mean, I was battling like everybody else up until that point. I mean, 30 miles on your legs after 4+ hours, 5 hours. That's a lot of effort. That's a lot of work. It's just kind of like steadily going downhill, but I'm like, maybe I can manage it. Then halfway through that lap at the end, I just kind of went whoop, just plummeted. It happened so fast. I remember I came through my aid station at the finish line, and I just took off the vest and I threw it to the side because I was getting like really hot. I was getting frustrated. I was frustrated about the camera, the chafing, just being uncomfortable all around. You know how it goes. And I just went out with like a bottle. I've never felt this way during a run or a race. There was just something in the air, call it the weather. I actually didn't think the weather was that bad. It was definitely hot and humid, but I think last year it was worse. But I got a headache. That was definitely from the dehydration. And also I was just feeling really nauseous to the point where like I had to sit down at one point, like in the middle of the loop. There were a lot of people complaining about that. I had several conversations with people. They were just moaning about, yeah, just not feeling well. And then, of course, the training, the lack of, it just hit me really hard, and I sort of lost my steering. I wasn't able to run, and I couldn't, like, keep my balance. I was tripping over things. It was just a total mess towards the end. In case you guys are curious, I just found this out right before I recorded this. I came through the 50K at 5 hours, 4 minutes, and 31 seconds. That's a 9:48 pace. I think that's a little bit slower than my actual PR, but then again, that was just a 50K, my first ultra. I'd have to look, but I think that's a pretty respectable pace, honestly. I just wish I could have kept it up, maybe next year. Another thing that I'm actually really proud of, I didn't think about this until yesterday. I don't normally race unless I feel like I'm in a position to not get embarrassed, if that makes any sense. I want to put myself in a spot, not always to win, because let's be honest, I'm not an elite runner. I'm not going to win a major marathon, but if I show up to a big race, whether it be Pittsburgh or maybe one day Chicago or some big ultra marathon, whatever, I just want to feel like I'm towing the line and I did everything that I could. I'm in really good shape and I can perform. And I knew going into this one, it's very unlikely that I'm going to perform. It's very likely I'm going to get shit on. And I think I held up pretty okay, all things considered. I mean, I'm not injured. I came out of it unscathed. My ankle's a little torn up because I learned I need to next year, or just next time, wear higher socks to prevent that. That was just a simple amateur rookie mistake. Obviously for next year, I just need to not cram. I just didn't have a lot of time to prepare. I just wanted to race. I wanted to compete, and that was nice. So this was a bit of an outlier this time around. Also, my fueling was better in some regards. Like, I was able to get solids down this year. Last year I couldn't get down the Pop-Tarts and stuff. I was just not feeling great. I was stressed or whatever. My water intake was not good. Even though I was sipping the whole time, I carried one bottle with me with just scratch and water in it, instead of having that bottle plus just an extra bottle with water. Last year I did that right, and I remember on my final lap before I dropped, I stopped to pee, and my piss was like, it was so dark yellow, it was like almost green. It was really bad, and I'm like, how am I this dehydrated? Because I would get water at the aid station halfway through the loop, like regular water, but it just wasn't enough. I need to carry 2 bottles. I need to have more of that because, yeah, scratch is good, but it's still diluting the water. I need to just, you get what I'm saying. And also the chafing, I just get Body Glide or Vaseline, I don't know. Just be prepared for that because I'd never really chafed like that before. That was like almost unbearable. Practice with fuel. I got gummies on my final lap, and I remember I was running across the field trying to stuff them down, and they were coming back up as I was swallowing them. I was like gagging on them. It was so gross. Yeah, 36 miles out of 50. It would have been about 51 and a half, I think, if I did the math correctly, but who cares? I ran my first run this morning. I did 5, and I felt good. Quads are a little sore. My mobility got progressively better every day. I think I was about 60 or 70% the following day after the race, and then, yeah, today I'm about 80, 90, probably about 90. That's all she wrote. Thank you so much for watching, and leave the video a like and subscribe if you haven't already. There will be plenty more videos to come, and races, and just other vlogs and what have you. And with that being said, I will see you in the next one.